Okay, you guys asked me to do this, as well as my friends and family. I am about to do Mario Badescu, and I took this challenge absurdly seriously. This is going to be my biggest challenge yet. Wait till you guys see everything I've accumulated from this brand. Now, first off, this is a more affordable brand than a lot of the brands I've been doing in my 2-week skincare regimens. Their prices are definitely affordable, and their ingredients were shockingly good. So yeah, so I've got 14 products to try out from this brand. I've got a whole bunch of full-size products. I had to go out and buy a lot of these, and then I noticed that this brand seems to send out a lot of gift with purchases. I guess they're trying to put themselves on the map, so I don't want to waste any more time. I know this is going to be a long video, and I apologize in advance for that, but we got a lot to talk about. So let's just dig into what I have and what I'm going to be using. This is going to be the first time, I think, where I have multiple cleansers to try out, but I just figured I'd go with all of them and do a comparison. I would tell you guys, you know, which of these cleansers I think are the best, etc. Why not, right? So first of all, I have from the Seaweed line, I have their Seaweed Cleansing Soap. I'm just fascinated by this idea, to be honest with you. It looks cool! Look at it! It looks interesting. So I have that, and I also have the Seaweed Cleansing Lotion, which is a toner to go with it. This is a toner that does not contain alcohol, but does contain witch hazel, so it probably won't be the most moisturizing, but it should be a good toner. And then I also have a small sample of the Botanical Exfoliating Scrub. I'm really curious about this, because if this is good, this could maybe compare to my Dr. Brandt Microdermabrasion, which is a $79 exfoliator. And this is, I don't remember the prices, I'll put them down later, more affordable. Okay, and then I also have the Acne Facial Cleanser. I just recently got this in, I want to say it was in a Nordstrom gift with purchase, so I'm really happy to get to try out something like this, because I'm done with breaking out during these challenges. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. And then I'm also going to admit to you guys something. So this is the drying lotion. Shoot, I did shake it up. So if you can't tell, this is not exactly going to be my first rodeo with it. When I had a breakout during, what was it, Estee Lauder, I reached for this. So I know it works. I'm sorry, I'm like cheating in my own challenges, but I needed that. Sometimes you just need to reach for something, and I had it, so I was like it would be silly to not use it. So yeah, so that's all my cleansing stuff. The drying lotion is amazing. It makes me so much more excited about doing this brand. And then I have a serum. This is the Herbal Hydrating Serum. This was a very inexpensive serum, but it's also quite interesting to me that you apply this after your moisturizer. I have not in my entire life seen a serum like that, so we'll see. I feel like these are probably not going to be the most intense moisturizing serum type of products. This is the Aloe Moisturizer. Yeah, that's just my suspicion, is these are not going to be as intense as like Clarins and Estee Lauder. I think this is more for my age range, though. I do gather that feeling. This is the Hyaluronic Eye Cream. I just have a small sample of that. They actually sent that to me with my order, so if you order direct from the site, you can get little samples like that. And then all this stuff, I think, came in another gift with purchase through the Mario brand. Let's see, I have, oh goodness, I'm so excited about this. You guys know I love masks. I have the Enzyme Revitalizing Mask, and then I have the Super Collagen Mask. Oh, I cannot wait to try masks. I just get so excited about them. And then the Seaweed Night Cream. I've really got a lot of stuff from the Seaweed line, so that's exciting. For me, I like to be able to group things together as they're supposed to go together. It just makes me feel like I have a better idea of what the brand is trying to do with their products, if that makes any sense. And then here's some full-size products that I've just been buying left and right. This is the facial spray with aloe herbs and rose water. This is an awesome deal. I think this was $7. Look how much you get. This brand is really, if they're good, their prices are awesome. And it is a rejuvenating facial spray that you apparently can use to set makeup. I found that's a little bit of a tricky claim, because to set makeup in general, it's kind of like alcohol-rich products, whereas a moisturizing spray is a lot different from alcohol, but we'll see. I have a lip wax. This was $5. If this is anywhere near as good as the Clarins one that's $24, then this will go higher on my recommendation list. And then I have the elbow and heel smoothing cream, and I think I've said in other videos, I'm a dancer. This is actually now my second jar of this. I already used up one of these. It's the only product that I have used from this company, aside from the drying lotion. I've been using this for a while. It's so good, but let me read these ingredients, you guys. Deionized water, glycerin, wheat starch, and salicylic acid. There's part of me that wants to make this, but it's also $7, so it's priced reasonably. It's priced reasonably, you know? And I know it's awesome. I'm still going to use it again and come back to you guys with a full, you know, report of everything from this brand. I have so much, like, I don't know if you guys can't see all this on camera. I just have so much stuff right now. This is like a third of it from this brand. So please be good, Mario Badescu. Please. I have spent a lot of money, which actually isn't all that much on your company, but please be good. Alright guys, I'll be back in 2 weeks. I'll let you guys know how this goes. I expect my skin to be clear. That's what I expect. I don't know if it's going to be fully moisturized, but my expectation is clear skin, so I'm hoping you deliver, Mario. I'm hoping you deliver. And yeah, I'll let you guys know. See you then. Alright YouTube, I'm back. It's been 2 weeks of Mario Badescu, and I can honestly tell you I have never had more mixed feelings about a brand than I have about Mario Badescu. My feelings are just all over the place. So before I get into the reviews, I want to tell you guys the evolution of my skin over the past 2 weeks, because it's been really bizarre. So first of all, I went into this challenge having just done Estee Lauder and Clarins, so my skin was pretty darn good. And it stayed pretty good for a couple of days. On the 4th day, I had a small breakout, which at this point I've come to expect. I've come to realize that every other Tuesday I'm going to have a breakout as long as I'm doing this, and I think it's because my skin is adjusting. My skin is adjusting to a new brand. So that's really been an interesting observation, and it makes me absolutely take with a huge grain of salt every review I see on the internet that says this product broke me out. Well, did you use it past that period of time? It's changed my perspective completely, you guys, seriously. But I pressed through it, no more breakouts. I do have like some minor acne going on my forehead. It's really weird. I don't want to blame it too much on this brand though, because I have been sick. I'm still kind of sick. So forehead acne is not a thing that I usually struggle with to this level, so it's very different. And it just happened too. It just happened. But yeah, my skin on about maybe the 7th day, it got really, really, really dry. I don't know if this is because I'm sick, and maybe it was. I started to really resent this brand in a lot of ways. I was like, these products are not good enough for dry skin. This is garbage. I was really, really quite upset. I found out about the Mario controversy, which I'm going to talk about at the end of this video. I formed my own opinion and moved through that, so don't get too mad at me before you let me talk. But yeah, I found that. I was just pretty upset with this brand, and then a couple days ago, in spite of my sickness, I started to see a big change in my skin, and it went back to being hydrated and looking okay. I mean, it's looked better. I'm sick. This is going to be a factor in it. But overall, my opinion on this brand is it still remains very mixed. I think that some of these products are exceptional. I think they're so good and so worth the money. And then I absolutely think some of these are not at all worth the money. Please don't buy them. I mean, I've never been split to that level. So I'm going to actually go through these in a different format than I usually do. Usually when I do my reviews, I do it in terms of the type of products I use, like cleansers to moisturizer. But this time I'm going to go through in terms of highest recommendation to do not buy. This is so funny. I was just looking at the products that I recommend versus don't recommend, and I have 7 that I actually do recommend, 7 that I don't recommend, and 1 that I'm completely on the fence about. I can't form my own opinion. So talk about a perfect split. I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's crazy. So anyway, I'm going to go through my recommendations. By the way, if my skin is exceptionally shiny or has a white cast, it's because I'm using one of these products. I always put on the products that I'm talking to you guys about, so that's why there's a lot of like glare and not, you know, pretty, like if I had a powder on my face look. I'm always showing you guys what these products look like on. So I look a little funny. I know. I'm self-sacrificing myself to show you how these products look, okay? Don't hold it against me. Alright, let's start with my top recommendation. This is the facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water, and this is such a good product. This is $7, and it absolutely and 100% compares to products that are 4 times its price, maybe 5 times its price. This is so So good. It is not a difficult product. It's really not. This is just a facial spray. The difficulty in making a facial spray is that these sprays need to have a fine mist, and they also need to have, like, you know, hydrating herbs and stuff like that, and they do it. They successfully did it. $7. This is the first time doing one of these challenges where I've actually gone out and already repurchased the product. I always feel like when I watch, especially beauty influencers, you know, they talk about how good a product is, I'm like, yeah, well, would you buy it yourself? I already bought the other one of these, the aloe version. It's on its way in the mail. Seriously, I already bought it. That's how much I love this. And look at how much I use. It's gonna last for so long. $7, amazing, amazing product. This already has high recommendations. The only thing I would say is that if you are sensitive to rose, this is not the product for you, but they do make an aloe version, and that's the one that I'm trying next, so, you know. My second favorite product was the Botanical Exfoliating Scrub. This is $26 for the full size of it, and it 100% compares to some of the much more costly exfoliators on the market. One thing I'm sick of getting in the cleanser world is those exfoliators that have like a bead every, you know, inch apart. It's just like, well, I'm not getting very much exfoliation at all. You do get it with this. It's a very well made exfoliator, and it's very reasonably priced. And then I have, let's see, I'm actually going to recommend this third. I'm surprised how much I like this because I had really conflicted feelings going into this. This is the Aloe Moisturizer with SPF 15. I do think that this is a little bit of a greasy product, but if you have dry skin, you know, you probably don't mind that. At first I thought it was way too thick, but I actually came to realize I think this was what was contributing to my dryness, to restoring me from being in a dry state. I actually thought this was really well made. It's not overpriced. It's an ounce. It is a smaller amount that you get, but I feel like it's a good option. It's got some SPF in it, not too much. I don't think you get a really white cast. It's just definitely something I would recommend for under makeup because this is how your face will look if you wear it on its own. I don't know, maybe some people like this dewy look. And then I gotta recommend this because I personally absolutely love this product, and this is also dirt cheap. This is the Elbow and Heel Smoothing Cream. This is my second jar of this as well. I already read you guys the ingredients before. It's a super simple product, but it is so effective. And like the place you can really see this the most is on your elbows. If you have it all, that like dry elbows thing, which I'm a dry skin person, I know it quite well. You put this on, and by the next day, your elbows will look completely different. I know it's like a silly product, and not everyone needs it, but I love it. It's $7. It's not sold at Ulta. This is not a popular product, and in my opinion, it should be, because I have spent so much more on products like that. And you know, the deal with this is it's a simple product, and it's all you need. Okay, and then the lip wax. I do like this lip wax. It's $5, and I think that's a great price. For a while, I was going to come on here and tell you guys this was like the best lip balm that I've found, even though it's not technically, just because of the price of it. But I did compare the price of this to my so far favorite, which is the Clarins one. And in terms of the size of it, this is $5, and if you were buying the Clarins one in this size, you would be paying $8. So to me, this doesn't last as long and it doesn't hydrate as well, but it is really, really good. It's significantly better than Blistex and chapstick and all that stuff that just, I'm still not convinced that does anything at all for your lips. This actually does. It doesn't stay on very well. So I'm going to keep this around and finish this off. Like when I know I'm going to eat, and in the next hour I'm going to apply this. I really like it. I personally will not buy it, but if you're looking for a $5 lip balm, you can't go wrong with that. It's a good option. And then this toner, this is the Seaweed Cleansing Lotion. This is an alcohol-free toner. It's basically witch hazel. I thought for a while maybe this is a little bit overpriced for what it is, but you know what? I don't think everybody wants to sit at home and concoct their own toners. And this does have more herbs in it than just your basic witch hazel. So I thought it was great. I really liked it. I felt like it certainly helped to keep this part of my face clear of breakouts. It certainly did. Even though I'm having that minor thing on my forehead, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good product. And then this This is the drying lotion. This is a really, really good product. The only reason this is my 7th product on here and not higher up is because it is extremely drying. It's extremely drying. So if you have dry skin, I don't know if this is something you should use. But that said, if you do ever get those breakouts, this gets rid of them. And that's how it looks. What you do with this is you dip your cotton swab deep into the pink stuff at the bottom and just dab it on overnight, and it really does shrink your acne. But on my dry skin, it's also left a little bit of scarring. I don't know if that's gonna happen to everybody. It's not too bad. Where's some that I treated? There's one that I treated with this. It's not too bad, but you know, I guess it's the thing of, do you want to get rid of a pimple immediately, get rid of him? This will do it. Or do you want to try to treat him more slowly? I don't know. I leave that up to you. I'm still on the fence myself. Okay, I'm going to do this product next. This is the Seaweed Cleansing Soap. I can't form an opinion on this. I can't. I liked it a lot, but I can't deal with the smell. The smell of this is too much for me, and I read a bunch of reviews. There are people who are saying they actually really like this smell, and it smelled like a spa or something to them. But to me, this smells like a nursing home. I think it's because the second ingredient is bladder wrack. That just sounds like it would be what's causing the problem to me. But I mean, it's great. It's got exfoliation to it. I don't know if you can really like see that on camera. I don't know if I want to like put this on my hand right now, but it does have these little exfoliating beads. It's not much, but it's a pretty good product, and it's not expensive either. However, that smell. Oh, God. Okay, now I've got the products I don't recommend, and I've got 7 of them. Okay, so I'm going to start with the masks, and I'm going to start with them because they're not ridiculously priced, but I just didn't notice anything from these. So this is the Super Collagen Mask, and this is the Enzyme Revitalizing Mask. The Collagen Mask kind of feels like a clay mask on. It's actually pretty drying feeling, but it's supposed to be anti-aging. That is like kind of strange in my mind. I don't understand how those things go together, and I didn't really see any kind of difference. Usually with the mask, you see immediate effects, and there was just, in 2 weeks of using these, there was no effect that I saw. The Enzyme Revitalizing Mask was a more comfortable mask, but again, it just didn't do anything for me. It just didn't do anything. I don't know if it's my skin type or what. This one I have mixed feelings on. This is the Seaweed Night Cream. This, I completely used this up. I thought that I was okay with it, but I think this may actually be what's going on my forehead. I don't want to say that a product is what's breaking me out, because even at 2 weeks, it's really hard to know that with certainty. But when I started to try to conserve this, I was only putting it on my forehead. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say about this. I'm not going to buy this because there's better night creams that I have found. It's not ridiculously priced, but it's not great. Okay, as we move down the list, these are things that I didn't like even more. The Acne Facial Cleanser. I'm irritated with this product for a very specific reason. I don't hate this, but I don't know the percentage of salicylic acid in this. Yes, I see that it's in here, but I don't know the percentage, and it bugs me. I want to know that because that's an important thing to know. Some people need 1%, some people need 2%. Why is this information not available? And I mean, I don't feel like I should be having any kind of breakout when I'm actually using a salicylic wash, because usually these are really effective. I just don't think that did anything. And then the silver powder. So I forgot to mention this the first round. I'm sorry. I actually did 15, not 14 products. So what this is calcium carbonate, kaolin, and zinc oxide. 3 simple ingredients in a powder. You dab it onto your face, and it's basically a less harsh version of the drying lotion. This is like supposed to be more for my skin type, like normal to dry. The problem that I have with this is that it's really, really, really messy. Really messy. I don't think it is significantly effective. And my biggest issue with it of all is I think it's way too easy to breathe in calcium carbonate and kaolin clay, and I don't think those are things that should be going in your lungs. Let me show you guys if I can open this product. I was struggling so much to open this because some of the powder had like blocked the opening. So there you go. It's pure powder. It's pure powder. And it's just incredibly messy. In the 10 minutes that you leave it on, it will start to go everywhere. I was wearing a black shirt when I first did this, and I was just like, oh my gosh. And yeah, I totally breathed it in. I'm like, I don't want to be sniffing any white powders at all. So I don't recommend it. That seems just too risky overall to me. There's more options on the market for how to treat acne than a powder of calcium. And then this one, the hyaluronic eye cream. This bugs me. This is hyaluronic eye cream, but it really should be called hyaluronic eye cream, where hyaluronic acid is the last ingredient. There's just better eye creams on the market. This just didn't do much for me. And I mean, really, if you're going to call your product hyaluronic eye cream, it should be a little higher up on the ingredients list than last. Last product. Last product is one I've been beating myself up over for buying. I am so mad at myself, and I'm going to make a point to read the ingredients for sure before I buy a product. This is the Herbal Hydrating Serum. This is not a serum. That is not a serum. Mario Badescu says that this is one of their most unique products. What is unique about this? The ingredients are water, glycerin, parabens, triethanolamine, which I did do some research on and I'm mixed about that, propylene glycol, ginseng, and ginkgo. That's it. That's what this is. So if that was too many ingredients for you guys to understand, basically it's water and glycerin. It's water and glycerin for $30, and I'm so mad at myself. Oh, I'm so mad at myself. So it just doesn't do anything. There's nothing in here that is active. Ginkgo and ginseng are not bad for you, but they don't do anything for your skin. So I mean, it's a glycerin-containing gel, and I'm sure that it helped to not have me break out. I do agree there, because there's nothing in it. There was nothing to break me out. But glycerin's not the best thing for your skin. It's hydrating and it's drying at the same time. And I think that may have been a lot of why my skin was going back and forth and wasn't sure what to do. This is just not a good product. Please don't buy this. It is $30, and it's $30 for glycerin. And glycerin is so cheap. It's so cheap. I'm sure this cost them not even 30 cents to make. So I'm very upset with myself for buying this. I'm considering what I can do, since I have so much of this left since I bought a stinking full size. I'm thinking that maybe one thing I'll do, since this is really not gonna, create any issues with acne, I might put a couple drops of tea tree oil in this and actually use it as a temporary treatment so that I can still have some moisture on my skin when I have acne breakouts. Mario Badescu, I am not a doctor. Why am I the one that has to come up with this kind of idea for what to do with this product? So anyway, don't buy this. Waste of your money. I'm going to try to make it work for me because that's the kind of person I am. But I'm $30 for that. I'm so mad at myself. Oh my gosh. So I real quickly want to tell you guys about the controversy with Mario Badescu. It's something that happened in the past. It's not something that I personally am going to hold against this brand, and I had to really think about that. I had to really form my own opinion, but I did. And just as briefly as I can make this, Mario Badescu sold a product. This is not an old company, not a young company rather. They're around since 1967. One of their products was something called Control Cream. It was a holy grail product to some people. However, in 2012, Korea decided to do a study on their product and found that it contained corticosteroids. So immediately, Korea told Mario Badescu, yo, you better stop putting this in your product. And Mario Badescu did stop putting it in their product, and everybody freaked out because suddenly a cream that was incredibly effective no longer was. So basically what steroids are is you get them prescribed by your doctor. You can walk into your Walgreens and get them. They're usually sold as anti-itch creams. They're not meant for long-term use on your face. It's actually dangerous to train your face to stop making steroids. And that's what happens when you apply it topically. Your face naturally produces steroids. If you start applying them, your face will stop. And then if you remove the product, your face will have a very, very severe side effect, basically a withdrawal, the same kind of thing as if you stopped taking heroin, basically. And that's what a lot of people who had this cream as a holy grail for years started to deal with from Mario Badescu. Now, this is really tricky because Mario Badescu should have told their customers that this whole thing happened. They really should have told them, but they didn't. They very silently reformulated their product and re-released it, and nobody knew that it no longer had these steroids in it. I was upset when I read this. I thought that Mario Badescu should have done something. I read about the lawsuit. There was, of course, a lawsuit. I thought the settlement was kind of garbage. It was a $45 gift card to the brand. And you have to realize that the people who were dealing with these side effects were really dealing with some severe side effects. In fact, Google topical steroid withdrawal if you want to know how bad it was. It was pretty bad.
But I came to through a lot of reading, I came to form my own opinion. And my own opinion is that what happened is Mario Badescu was sourcing one of their ingredients in this control cream. And I really don't think that they honestly knew that there were dangerous steroids in their product. I don't think they knew. Should they have been doing better research on their products? Yes, they should have. They should have found out that there were steroids in their products. But I don't think they knew. I don't think they made a public statement because they didn't want to harm their brand. But at the same time, I think this whole situation is really messy, and my hope from this is that Mario Badescu has learned to, do the research on their products. And for this reason, the whole time I did this challenge, I was a little bit like, man, I wonder if all these ingredients are everything that's in here. It really did cross my mind several times. But at the end of the day, there's a part of me that thinks maybe, just maybe, a brand that's already been through something is never going to make that mistake again. Let's hope so. But this is something that I'm putting out in my video because I want you guys to be aware that you can have things like this happen with skincare. You're really putting a lot of trust and faith in a brand, and it's a big reason why I'm happy to cycle through brands every 2 weeks, so I'm not getting any kind of weird chemical dependence on things. I just think it's really interesting overall. I promise you guys I don't hold anything against Mario Badescu because of my opinion. However, there's a lot of people who are very, very angry for what they went through, and they do hold an opinion. And then there's a whole nother group of people who has absolutely no idea this went down. A whole group of people who has no idea. So I'm just putting this out here because I really want you guys to know truth and honesty and everything. In a lot of ways, I think that if Mario Badescu had been more honest, they might have lost even more customers, because I don't know if everybody can really process everything that I'm saying. And trust me, this took me days and days of research. Days and days of research and thinking about. I was very angry on the first day that I found this, in fact, very angry. But now I've accepted it. I think I'm comfortable with the opinion that I've formed, but it's 100% my opinion. 100% my opinion. I did find the trademark name of one ingredient that was removed, and that's why I think that they had sourced it. So do your own research if this is something that you're very interested in. I would recommend doing this research if you use this brand, because it is definitely worth knowing. And this has been almost 5 minutes of rambling on this, so I don't want to continue anymore on this topic. But again, we are living in a day and age where we can form our own opinions, and I think that in itself is a beautiful thing. So overall, my opinion of Mario Badescu is extremely mixed. If you saw my reviews, you know how I feel. I certainly will continue to buy some of these products because I loved them. I already did. And I absolutely will never buy ever again some of these other products. So that's my review. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Please let me know in the comments if you want me to try any other brands. I'm really trying to do brands that people are interested in knowing about because I love doing this. I love doing this. I don't know why. I love doing this. Hit subscribe if you want to see more of these. Thanks so much for watching.